fighter. Now, my favorite part of this dungeon is my pet. We call him the thick ass boy. What's up, Neffy? Thick ass boy. What's up, Neffy? Sorry I don't pay attention to Twitch. I stream mainly on Mixer. This is just so I can get content for the tube. So look at this. Look at this stallion of a beast. Look at him. Look at how sweet he is. Like, I mean, do you see his chest? You know he works out. Look at that. Look at that chest. Look at them chiseled abs. Look at that tail. It could just smite anyone in existence. So this boy is thick. Alright, so with that said, this is my favorite boss in this dungeon because of his mechanics. It's fun. It's just really fun. He has a very important DPS check similar to the Sundered Sanctuary boss. He drops a frog. And if you don't kill that frog, which is basically the offering, he regens basically 30% of his health back. And all the damage that you did was for nothing. So if you don't meet the DPS check, if you can't kill the frog, the only alternative, if you still want to get through this dungeon, is to just attack him enough so that even if he does, because he's gonna sit completely still, so even if he does get the health buff, you do enough damage to him where it just kind of mitigates. All right, so with that said, you guys ready? All right, here we go. We're sending it. Yeah. Alright, so again, this is Kurtran's vessel. He has about 6 million health. He is pretty tanky, so... One thing is, he's definitely similar to Putrid Canyon. He does drop a lot of acid. Feared, if you want to wait, 80% save your rage. It's 80, 50, and 20, I believe. Or maybe it was 70%. So he does have like a little tail swipe, and it looks like it's gonna hit you, but instead of dodging right, you want to dodge to the left. So the other fun thing about this boss fight is he does 4 charges. Once he does 4, then he's done with his whole attack animation, and then go back to hitting him. I mean, if you're a ranged fighter, you can keep hitting him, but otherwise, just keep your distance, because that move actually hits a lot, and when he's berserk, it's a for sure wipe. Alright, so acid does drop you down to the ground, so I know the acid doesn't do too much damage, but try not to get hit by the acid. It really does, it does damage. So now here's the first DPS check, coming up on 70, so I guess I was wrong. I forgot, it's been a while since I've done this dungeon. It says 70%, 40, and then 20. So now he's going to go, let's go. Everyone stand on this other end. Everyone stand and huddle, because the frog's gonna come on this end. We have to kill this frog. Alright, here we go. So here's a frog. So he walks fairly slowly. This is the offering. And this is the DPS check. If you do not meet it, he will health regen and it'll be a bad time. So he is stuck. So when he gets furious, he drops an insane amount of acid. Like, look at that. Oh, it's actually not that bad. Well, in the beginning it was. So if you do have a priest, it's gonna be definitely appreciated by all of your teammates, because nobody likes to waste their potions, especially on a dungeon that we know we can beat really easily now. Priests are definitely loved. Bring an archer in here for sure, because most players don't have the DPS necessary to get through this dungeon. So having that mark will make it a lot easier. Oh wait, you know, here's a foreline. I'm here, hombre. Fight me. Ah. You saw that? I fought him. You're not supposed to do that, by the way. That's that goes in the category of what not to do in a dungeon. Don't do what I just did. That was for the memes, and the memes only. Alright, so 45% is coming up. If I'm not mistaken, it's either at 40%, 35%, or 30%. But again, it's been a while since I've done this dungeon. Oh, another big tip. I don't know if you see, but I don't run around everywhere. So here he goes. So there's 3 offerings in this dungeon. He's right here. There's an attack buff. So let's look at it. So it was at 40%. So at 40%, he does the second check. Now think about it. He's at 40%, and if he gained 30%, he goes back to 70%. And I don't think you want to fight this boss again in Berserk with 40% health left. It's not difficult because his moves are very predictable, but what's gonna kill you is not the boss. What's gonna kill you is actually the acid. The next CPS check is going to be at 18% or 15%. So I am saving my saving it for the next check. But again, like I was saying before, save your stamina so you can roll out. You don't want to be stuck in a scenario where you're in a combo and you can't roll out. Oh, here goes the charge again. I'm gonna go for the memes. Yeah, baby. Si, hombre. You think I'm scared of you? Dame. Yeah, you can only do this with the Crusader. Or Berserk, I would say. Another thing I want to mention is if you are attacking a boss or any PvE monster, for example, do not... He's going. Here it is. He's doing it. Yep. Can't. We gotta do it. Nah. No, let's just kill the thing. Let's just kill the thing. Oh, kill him? Alright. Well, my guild just wants to kill him, so let's do it. But if we fail, it'll be a good example to show you guys what happens. So you're not supposed to technically do this, but this is just for the memes, I guess. So this is what happens when you don't kill the vessel. So he was at 2%, and now he's going straight back to 18, 20, and now we're gonna have to deal with the Berserk boss. But that's not too bad because we're gonna do enough DPS to kill him before he goes Berserk. But this is just a good way to show you guys what happens. Alright, so now he's at 8% again. We're just full sending it because, like I said, I'm not trying to fight big boy. Yeah, he's gonna die before he goes Berserk. But he's gonna look majestic as fuck before he dies. Come here, hombre. I'll fight you like a man. Oh. Oh, he died. No, the ass is gonna get me. Alright, well, that's pretty much this dungeon in a cinch. And I'm gonna give a moment of silence for my fallen friend. You beautiful beast. You monsters, you killed him. Alright, but yeah, there's 3 damage checks in this dungeon, so 70%, 40%, and then again at 15 to 18%. Varies on what animation he's doing. around that time frame. But that's the best way to get to this dungeon is to have the DPS required. Obviously, like you don't want to come into this dungeon and with like a regular like epic +5 weapon because you are gonna have a bad time. So get a good group. My recommendations are to have a ranger. For sure, have mages with good DPS. If you don't have a ranger, substitute it with a crusader that has a debuffing ability, which is like shields. I know a lot of people overlook the Crusader, but he actually goes in clutch for a lot of scenarios. I don't know if you saw it before, but you saw in that wipe, me and King were the only ones that lived through that wipe. And that's my lived with more health mainly because of the shield, and King has a basically similar defense to mine. But that pretty much concludes the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys learned a little bit. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I do stream on Mixer every day, mixer.com/theguitarist562. Questions can be asked on Twitter, same handle. Instagram, my Discord is in the description box below. It's the code is 7VUXEEP, but you have to look at it for to be correct. But other than that, if you guys need help with any dungeons, feel free to apply to the guild, which is the band gaming. And lastly, but most importantly, I do want to start queuing up for PvP every day at 7 o'clock Pacific time. If we choose on a different time, or we might do 5 or 6, but join the Discord so we can actually get a red basin going because unless the GMs have an event about it, nobody actually queues up for red basin. But that's pretty much it. Thank you.